County Circuit Court now in session. Honorable Judge John Putman presiding.
Be seated, please. 13-285 State versus Lindsey Cohen, charged with theft. Lindsey Cohen, is she with us? Good morning, Matt. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you're appearing here for an arraignment on the charge of theft of property.
I believe Andrew visited with her, Your Honor.
Okay.
We'll waive reading of the information or plea of not guilty. Let me get him and see if there's any other issues.
Very well. Miss Cohen had entered a plea of not guilty. Is there anything else we need to take up, sir?
Your Honor, we would like, I did not have the affidavit in front of me. I don't think a file's been set up, but we would like to talk about bond.
Okay. Do you need to look at the affidavit first?
That would be great.
You want me to recall the case?
Judge, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
Let's look at a really short one.
Go right ahead, sir.
My client is a lifetime resident of this area, Judge. She has no prior felony history at all. It looks here like the allegations are that a generator valued between $1,200 and $1,500 was taken and pawned. We would think that a $1,000 or $1,500 bond would be appropriate to secure her reappearance here, Judge.
Judge, I would ask you to inquire about her living conditions. The victim in this case is her father, and I don't know where this young lady's been living, but she's stealing from her father.
Mr. Bailey, do you know where she's residing at?
Can you tell the court where you're staying right now?
I'm going to live with my mom.
Live with her mother, Your Honor, is what she states.
Is that with her father?
No.
She's here today.
Judge, I would not object to a $2,500 bond.
That sounds reasonable. I said it 25.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, I'll have her reappear on January 23rd next year. 13-282 State versus Doyle George, impairing the operations of a vital public facility.
Our Public Defender's Office will be representing Mr. George with waive reading of the information and a plea of not guilty.
This case is on Judge Webb's docket. I'll have him reappear on November 21st. What time has Judge Webb been starting court?
At 10 o'clock.
At 10. At 10 o'clock. State versus Jessica Lee, aggravated robbery, 13-281. Ma'am, I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in your new case.
Sorry, I visited with Ms. Lee. She waived reading of the information on both counts and her plea of not guilty.
Okay. Well, we'll consolidate these into Division 3 if that's acceptable. Okay, and I'll have her reappear on January 23rd. 13-276 State versus Seth Withrow, aggravated robbery. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you're appearing here for an arraignment.
Judge, Mr. Withrow will waive reading of the information and enter a plea of not guilty. He would like to be heard on bond. Apparently, he's being held on a $100,000 bond right now.
Okay.
Judge, he's a longtime resident of this area. He's lived in the Mountain Home area for approximately 5 years. His criminal history consists of misdemeanor DWI offense, is all that I know of at this date. The residence in question here, I believe, was actually his residence. He is employed locally, and part of his employment includes his rent at this residence here just outside the city limits. We would ask that the court reduce his bond to a $25,000 surety bond in this matter, Judge.
Your Honor, I would ask the court to review the affidavit in this matter. This is a home invasion by a number of people against a gentleman who was assaulted and injured and hospitalized as a result of this gentleman moving there and going with others to this home. It is a burglary. There was a theft involved. There was a man injured when this was going on. Judge, this $100,000 may be too much, but it's not too much by much. So I would be entitled. A $75,000 bond would be required. This isn't the usual case we get. This is a violent thing that occurred here.
Okay, let me review the affidavit at the break. I'll call the case back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
13-274, State versus Stephanie Moats. Paraphernalia, resisting arrest, endangering the welfare of a minor, obstructing operations.
Mayor, I believe Public Defender's Office will be representing Ms. Moats.
Okay.
Need waive reading of the information or plea of not guilty.
I'll also have her reappear on November 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State versus Wayne Moats, paraphernalia, resisting arrest, endangering the welfare of a minor. 13-273.
Judge will waive reading of the information and her plea of not guilty in this case.
I'll enter that plea of not guilty and have him reappear on January 23rd.